All right, I am here, ladies and gentlemen, with Colin Nathan. We recently just announced that Phumelela Kafu will be defending his WBO world title in South Africa. Boxing 5 Promotions and Second Promotions coming on board to produce a show here.
Still don't know where though, which province. Western Cape, Eastern Cape, Gauteng. So we'll know, we're still open. We obviously keeping the discussions open, and obviously we're going to make a decision next couple of weeks. We're going to have to make a decision soon.
Sure, and that's going to be massive for Kafu. I know that he's just excited to be fighting at home, defending his world title and being celebrated as a South African legitimate world champion.
Yes, and first WBO world title in 25 years to be in South Africa, so it's very exciting.
Yeah, talking about world championships, I saw over the weekend IBO flyweights and super flyweights champion Ricardo Malajika.
Yeah, he looked great. Congratulations to him. Yeah.
Stopped Jackson Chauke, who's also fought Phumelela in the past. I saw that.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
I saw that Manny Fernandez he spoke in a news article. And Kafu's name was mentioned in that article.
Kind of called us out, right?
Called you out. Have you received a call yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, so you haven't received one?
It's been more than 24 hours now.
That's a bit strange.
And it's a bit strange. But what's interesting though is, someone as experienced as his trainer doesn't actually understand the dynamics of the sport. He's not rated in the WBO. He needs to be rated to be eligible to get a title shot. They don't recognize his belt. So that's the first thing. And secondly, like if you really want the fight, you got my number. Like it's been 24 hours now. Like don't open your mouth inappropriately if you don't really want the fight. We have a date for Boxing 5 coming up, and we're always open to do business. But the fact that no one's reached out to me in the last 24 hours suggests to me that it's all smoke. So again, if you want the fight, you got my number. Let's do a deal.
In saying that, I mean, you mentioned he's not rated in the WBO. Kafu's obviously got the...
Sorry, hold on. I just got a call. Oh, it's not Malajika's team. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, go on.
Oh, my goodness. He's not rated in the WBO, as you mentioned, so there's no ways that the fight happens. I mean, even...
So let me put in perspective. It's a great fight for South Africa, right? Mm. But it doesn't really mean much internationally. If we bring in a Filipino or we bring in Australian, or if we bring in, someone from Mexico, there's Australian TV, Filipino TV, there's Mexican TV. It's a big fight in South Africa, which is great. And I mean, again, they want to make the fight. We got a day coming up. Let's talk. But equally for us, I think we have bigger fish to fry. And I say that with respect. I thought Malajika looked really good. I thought Jackson looked awful, to be honest. I was expecting a very, very tight fight down the stretch and down the line, and I thought Malajika would win based on activity and youth. But I think everyone's a bit surprised that Jack Keach just kind of caved in and looked like he had no punch resistance,
Yeah, I think the result definitely was like a shock result. I mean, second round knockouts and obviously congratulations to Ricardo.
Yeah, he looked great. You got to give him credit. He looked great. He got the job done.
And he made it down to flyweights as well, which was also a surprise.
Looked good as flyweights, I thought, So, listen, I can't worry about them. I got to worry about myself. But again, they got my number. I'm waiting for the call.
And Phumelela Kafu, does he have any opinion on this?
Yeah, it's not much, bro. It's not much.
All right. And look, let's talk about the opportunities. I saw Maloney, because we haven't discussed this.
Good fighter, former WBA world champ, obviously also in the mix. We're going to move on. We're going to move on, to be quite frank. I'm not going to sit around. So we just obviously now got to decide. I think the first thing is deciding which province we're going to take the fight to, and then obviously formulate the main event, which we obviously in talks with several title contenders in the top 15 of the WBO. And then obviously start putting together the undercard, and then, let's go, all systems go.
Are you excited for the next fight for Kafu?
Absolutely. I think, listen, there's history here. There hasn't been the significance of the WBO coming back to South Africa in a world title capacity is massive for South African boxing and African boxing. So very, very looking very excited about that. Very excited, looking very forward to that. And Phumelela, as I discussed with you last week, deserves the homecoming. He won his world title the hard way, on the road, in the champion's backyard, and we didn't fight for a vacant belt here in South Africa. It was a hard opportunity that we took, and we took the opportunity and we succeeded.
I noticed one thing about when you, since the time you've announced it to even to this day, like people on social media saying, come to Eastern Cape, come to Western Cape, come to Gauteng. Everyone wants to fight, and that's a thing. Like
and that's kind of giving us grey hairs because we're still undecided. Although Larry is fully grey, he's got fully grey hair. So, but I mean, it's obviously the decision's gonna be made like seriously in the next couple of weeks. But all three provinces are in the running to get that fight. So we just have to obviously come down to what's the most viable option for us, and as a business for Boxing 5.
I wanted to ask, as a collective for the fans as well, when you announce the venue and who Kafu's going to be fighting, are you announcing the entire bill as well?
There's a good possibility we're going to do that. And again, like I said to you last week, and as Larry alluded to as well, we want to make the fight card accessible to the true boxing fans. So ticket pricing is going to be very, very good. And we just want, we want a lot of support for this. There's no question. And I think Phumelela is going to get that. And as you saw in his press release where he said it's going to be amazing walking in and all the South Africans are going to be cheering for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
If you thought about the greatness of what he's achieved, and that he's still to that moment where he's like, everyone in the world's going to know my name now. Beating Zamaka is probably the biggest, one of the biggest accomplishments that we saw of 2024, even worldwide.
I agree. I mean, like I'm saying, he wasn't supposed to win the fight, and he did. And against all odds, like when the odds are stacked against you, and you're not supposed to win, and you pull it off, it makes it even more sweet. That victory alone was just unbelievable. Definitely one of the highlights of my career and my business career. And I know Larry, you saw him crying in the ring. It was emotional, man. It was just great for South African sport, as a whole. And talking about upsets, big shout out to Olasani and Dongeni winning the WBA secondary belt. What an unbelievable upset. Very happy for him. Him and Chief. So big congratulations to them.
Yeah, Nomeva, interestingly enough, said eventually at some stage he's going to have to break it, and he beat an undefeated boxer.
Yeah, it was great. I actually kind of looked at the guy last week, and you and I are having offline, and I thought the guy was very slow off the mark. And Nomeva really capitalized on that. It was just a great performance, and well done to him.
Well, doesn't that just allow him to get a bigger opportunity now?
I hope so, man. He deserves it, man. He's been on the road. It's not easy. He's won overseas now, twice overseas. He's come up short a few times. So it's just great for him to achieve this result. Unbelievable. Congratulations. I'm very happy for him.
Right. So any last comments?
No, I just think, like I said it to you previously in this interview. I was like, if you're going to make a call out, get your ducks in a row, Don't do an inappropriate call out when your guy's not even rated. I mean, get the management to get him rated and let them reach out to us, You can't call out someone when you don't have the business side of things sorted.
All right, so look forward to the ongoing and to see the announcement in the next couple of weeks as well. That's exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. Obviously, the opponent's going to be announced soon. We're busy working on that. We're moving ahead, like I said, and the rest of the fight got to. And then, of course, the province.
Yeah, that'll be great. Thank you very much, Will.
Cool.
Viva.